want to talk about Tim Burton's 1989 Batman, which I watched recently. There's a bunch of things that I picked up early on that obviously the other film steered away from, because that's your kind of first point of call as a director directing the same material.
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Like, he builds more of a mythology around Batman. Christopher Nolan did a little bit of it, but the kind of spectre of Batman, is he alive or not? There's one fantastic scene when he finally lifts up Jack Nicholson by the scruff of his neck, and Jack Nicholson screams, "Jesus!" And it's like seeing a wild animal for the first time that you've only heard rumours about. The set pieces are all fantastic, and Jack Nicholson is really good. Of course, again, there's very little in terms of the plot and drama is obvious in this, because
I have given a name to my pain.
the Joker's come to town, and he wants to take over, and Batman wants to save him.
What are you? I'm Batman.
But Tim Burton is more so interested in loneliness and isolation, which were the themes he was kind of interrogating through much of his work. Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice. And he's interested in the loneliness and isolation of the kind of multi-billionaire. And there's some fantastic visuals. Bruce Wayne's mansion has never been as creepy. It's cavernous. When he meets Vicky Vale for dinner, it's in a massive chamber with a 14-foot table, and he has to walk down to the end of it to give her a soup spoon. The set pieces with miniatures are all great. There's more Joker in this than there is in the others, and there's one fantastic shot of Jack Nicholson kind of walking at the camera like that with the rest of the screen surrounding him, and it gives him kind of not just a grandeur but a kind of a freedom.
Get those wonderful toys.
It's at that moment he's taken over Gotham, and it's kind of akin to the shot of the Joker hanging out of the door of the car, although the one with the Joker is more dramatic. And albeit, I think the film could have lost 15 minutes. I don't know which set piece you would get rid of, but it doesn't plant the drama. Like, the Joker gradually becomes the Joker and wants to take over Gotham. But from the get-go, the Joker has plans, to rob banks, rip off the mob, hold Gotham hostage, find out who Batman is, and that keeps you engaged. But he's never really done that stuff really well, Tim Burton. I mean, he's interested in visuals and kind of a traditional character arc of transformation, and the film seems to be about Batman awakening to the idea of his loneliness, not just Batman, Bruce Wayne, the Batman character being a metaphor for Bruce Wayne's loneliness in this, as opposed to hatred in Christopher Nolan's films and depression in the Batman. It could have done with a few more characters, which is one more character showed up. Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Christopher Walken as a government official in Batman Returns, which I will review. But I mean, if you stick this on at home, you will be entertained, especially if you watched it when you were younger. I mean, it was one of the highlights of the cinema experience for me as a kid, along with the likes of Jurassic Park and Independence Day. And I have revisited it over the years, and there's moments of absolute delight. He just doesn't know how to manage his entertainment / plot / drama.
You look fine.
I didn't ask.
But look, if you're not in a rush and you're at home, it's really well worth watching. I'd love to know what some other people think. Obviously, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight is the high point, and the Batman with Matt Reeves was a perfect adjustment to the franchise, in that it was different, fresh, and we loved it. But there's much to be desired in this. I think it could have been a much more fantastic film had he cut it down. It would have just ripped along. And because there's no real plot, and he could literally go in and just shave the time off it. But I suppose it was easy to get wrapped up in what they were doing, because every single set piece is really enjoyable. And it will be hard to kind of pick one to kind of give the axe to. Alright, like and subscribe, leave comments. If you've another film you want me to talk about, you can recommend it in the comments.